Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first technical development workshop of this lovely spring semester. I hope you've been waiting too eagerly for this episode. Don't worry, I have the attendance stats. It's a joke for me too, you can laugh. Today, we're going to talk about low code and no code development. This is a popular form of app development that's been gaining traction recently. It's very accessible, usually not that expensive, especially for students to use. So it's been getting a lot of attention recently. And so without further ado, let's get into it. As always, I'm Tyler Valentine, your host and director of IT for AIS, and it's a pleasure to have you. Let's first get a little overview of what our plan is going to look like today. We'll start off with a definition of low-code development and then bring in some common platforms and how they really benefit us and companies. After that, though, we'll be jumping straight into hands-on work with the platform Thunkable. Thunkable is a low-code development platform free for students, so we can practice worry-free and make as many apps as we want. Unlike previous team workshops, this one will not be based off a first lecture session. Platforms like Thunkable lend themselves well to jumping right in, so that's what we'll do together. So what is low code? Low code and no code platforms are essentially apps that allow people who have rarely or never coded to build and design functional apps for multiple platforms. There are many types of platforms, allowing the user a varying degree of abstraction to fit their comfort level. These platforms let people dabble on projects they were gated off from before, helping businesses, entrepreneurs, and students jump headfirst into development. Whether it's a bakery that needs a website or a student making a hangman game, there is a use case for low code and no code development. Now I won't, take a while on this, but I just want to list off a few of the top used platforms available to the public for low code and no code development. Many of these are meant for larger business use and cost money that you and I won't have. So we'll be using Thunkable instead because you can get a free account, especially for a student. But Appian, Mendix, OutSystems, Microsoft Power Apps, Nintex. These are just a few names. There's dozens more. It's a very popular platform, very popular from development that's becoming larger now just because it's so accessible to everyone. We've been talking about a lot, and a new form of development sounds good, but what really makes it better than coding like we already know? One of the main benefits is that the barriers to entry have been lifted. Low code tools are incredibly accessible, so people or functional teams that previously had to throw away ideas for apps or websites can come back to that space. These platforms serve as a great enabler to content and apps that we have never seen without them. The agility of creating these apps is also incredibly attractive to businesses. By cutting out the need for tedious line-by-line coding, development teams can get new apps to market faster. In the age of agile development, which I'm sure you'll learn in your other classes, with fast and continuous communication, this speed is incredibly valuable. The adaptability of these platforms comes from two things, scalability and technology churn. These products offer more scalability by giving developers easier ways to maximize certain apps to reach wider audiences. This allows for better positioning in uncertain times. Now, technology churn is the process of businesses replacing outdated products and methods to revitalize growth. These platforms take care of the backend development that often lags behind, and they allow newer products to be brought into use faster. This cuts down the time required to update those old systems and bring a company back on track to where it needs to be. All right, like I said, this wasn't going to be a big lecture workshop. And then let me walk you guys through creating an account with Thunkable and creating a basic app. I'll show you guys the basics and then make whatever you want from there. Our deliverable for this workshop will be based on legitimate participation. I'll have you guys share the link to the app you made, and then it'll count towards the TD track for AIS. I don't want people to get worried about minute details or, fitting a certain template like I did with the past ones. If certain functionalities aren't working, which is why the guidelines are a lot looser for this. But like I said, this is about legitimate participation. If you just throw in something half-baked and you clearly didn't even think about it, I'm gonna know. And then, we'll have to talk about that after the fact. But I don't want that to happen. But I'm sure everybody who's here is gonna really put their best foot forward. I'm not asking for something big, just asking for your time and consideration. Without further ado, let's jump into it, and I'll see you guys there. All right, hey everyone. This is going to be the hands-on part of the first TD workshop this spring semester. So you can see I'm on the thunkable.com page. I'll first show you guys how to get to the sign in, and then we'll go from there. We'll make a brief little app. We'll try to make something probably similar to something we'll see in MS 2101, 2402, something like that. Nothing too insane. And I'm just going to employ some style things that Thunkable lets us do. Now let's get started. You guys are going to want to click sign up over here. But you see, I already have an account, so I'm not going to do that. It's really easy to make sure you sign up as a student, and then you can get right into it. Now I'm going to click create new app. Go there. Let's name it TD deliverable example, because like I said before, you don't have to make this exact thing that I'm making. If you want, you can follow me step for step and just turn that in, because then I'll let you sat there and really watch this whole thing. But you don't have to do that. So whatever you want. So I'm just making an example, and I don't need a category because why would I? And make sure you have this drag and drop interface checked off. I need a category. Yikes. Just testing. That I clicked the wrong button. Ooh, it's still here. Wonderful. Good app. Okay. Now, when you get into here, you're given this screen that we have. We up here we have screen 1. This is going to be the main interface that we test off of. You can scroll up and down. All these components over here you can add, like buttons, labels, images, text input. You can make data sources, all that kind of stuff. Now in this screen is the blocks tab. So that was the design tab that we're on. In the design tab, say if you have a label, you can fill it in, and on this right side, you'll have options for that, the alignment, styles, stuff like that. So anything that CSS would normally take care of, you can just do it yourself through there. But the blocks tab is where you bring in all the logic. So you can see we have like if statements and anything else that you can see normal code. And also you can see you drag it onto this space, just kind of throw it out there, drag it into the trash can if you want. I didn't need that, so I'm going to. And if I want, I can make it, I have this label right now. When I click it, let's say it sets the text to clicked. Now, we don't have to save it or anything. We'll just go to the web preview. And now look, clicked label, now it says clicked. It's that easy. We added functionality, we had an element, all of that within like 15 seconds. We didn't type a single thing. We didn't have to declare IDs. We didn't declare any of that. So that's why, these low-code environments are great for people who've never done this kind of stuff. So let's get rid of this guy. Get out of here. I feel like I should be able to do this a lot more easily. What am I doing incorrectly? Delete. Nice. All right. So let's think about what I want to make. I want let's say, let's see what first is available to me. Okay. So I can make random integers. Let's do a class, an MIS classic, a guess number game. Okay, so what we're gonna need for that, we're gonna need text input. Put in their input, what they're gonna guess. We're gonna need a new game button. Call that start game. So we can get a new random number. Let's make that a little bigger. And let's get one more button. And this one will say guess. So this would be to lock in whenever they put in the text input. And let's just put a big old label here. And a game label. And we'll just write guess a number. Now let's do a little bit of styling before we get into everything else. Actually, let me first make a second screen. It's gonna be a little laggy, but it's fine. We'll name this the game screen. And we'll name this the outcome screen because I'm gonna have it so they guess, and if it's it's correct, we'll have to send it to this one and click the button to go back. Just to show you guys that you can use multiple screens. Now let's put message. Now we'll make it center aligned. Start with something, just make it look pretty. And then we'll put one more button here. Say, go back. We'll just name it return. Okay. Now, let's get ourselves a little bit of styling. Actually, no, we'll put the logic first. All right. We'll get rid of all this garbage. Now, what do we want? Let's start with the new game button. So click start new games. We have to make us guess, make a random number and set that to a variable. So let's get the start game. Look at that UI component. And when it's clicked, let's see what we can do. call this random. The random integer from 1 to 100. You see how Funkel already has that as an option because it's going to be a commonly used thing. So I'll set that random equal to 1 to 100. That's what's going to happen once you start the game. And then next, we'll just have to guess. And so let's start with when you click. Oh, did I still have it since button 1? Let's find out. Yes, we still have this name button 1. See, this is why you have to make sure you name your things first. You're going to get lost in the translation otherwise. So we'll name this guess button. I can't spell button correctly. Lovely. Guess button. When this is clicked, we will set the guess num variable equal to value of their text input. All right. So this is our text input that the user's going to be putting in. And when you click the button, it's going to send their guess num thing equal to text. Then what it's going to have to do is take you to the next screen. This is going to be the outcome screen. Then we're going to need if else statement. Oh goodness. What did I click? That slowed this all down. Thanks. All right. If app variable named random is equal to guess num, then we will change the game label. What's the label? I see. Interesting. So let's find out something. I think trying to do all this at once is going to kill my computer, but we'll figure it out. Oh, that's a shame. All right, we're going to do a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of change in what our plan was. Okay, well, we're deleting that. All right. So here's the problem. I can't reference the other element because it's on a different screen. Thunkable has failed me in that regard. Do you know how you can fix that? We get rid of this screen. And just like that, whoa, delete. Oh, I never wanted that in the first place. Okay. I'm gonna put new label down here. Gonna make that the outcome label. Statement outcome message, fancy. Wow, look, this is perfect. Just what I wanted. How could you guys know? Okay. Get this. Yeah, get rid of the outcome screen. You're gone. Okay. If it equals that, then we're gonna make the outcome message equal something else. If I can get this to load. All right. Set its text equal to you won. All right. Else. I see how this works. From the left to the right. So now I have an else if. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Perfect. Get rid of that. Get rid of there. Okay, so now else if. Let's do a quick copy paste because they support that, which is lovely. Else if let's say it is less than, oh yeah, let's say the random number is, so that would make our guess number greater. Now change it to your guess was too high. I can't spell. Dude, your guess is too high. All right. Now else, if it's not equal to or less than, it's going to be greater than. So let's just do that one more time. And your guess was too low. All right, let's see if this does everything that you wanted to. Do a quick little preview. So we're gonna start a new game. We should, make a message there next, but we'll do that after to see if the logic works. Guess. I didn't make that big enough to read. Okay. We're gonna go back to editing. It's fine. I planned this out perfectly. So let's do this now. Start a new game. Let's guess 50. Go right down the middle. Guess is too high. Let's do that at 30. Probably still that. 15. Okay, 23. Well, 18. 21. It's just 19. Oh my god, we have a problem. All right, We have logic. This is wonderful. This thing is not pretty, but we have a guess a number game. Now let's see if this, okay, yeah, that will also restart the game. Lovely. Now, we're gonna go back to editing. Now we're gonna make this thing nice and fresh and fancy, add a little bit of few touches. So first what I want is I need to make this guess number stuff bigger. Let's just get that up there. Make this a nice grand title. Text align, center, of course. Now let's get a nice, guess a little italics. That's pretty fancy. I like that. Now we'll put a little label here. We won't make this one interactive. We'll just have it say something easy. We'll call it instructions. All right. We're giving overly complex directions for guess number, even though they can figure it out themselves. All right. Looking great. Let's move this down a little. Now to add another label here. I'm gonna call this one status. Game status, actually. Start this off as nothing. At center, and we're just gonna have this update when the game starts to say a new game is started. All right. Start games clicked. Game status. That's the one. And we're also gonna make it so that you can put the guest button. We're just gonna make this back to an empty string, so that it doesn't just keep saying new game has started, and you can actually tell when it's changed. Let's try this out now. Let's see what the game's looking like. Well, we have actually, I can fix this. Got inserted the right little bit, but the game has started. Didn't have enough space for that. We'll figure it out. And then let's just guess 20. Gets rid of it, lovely. 5, 2. Uh-oh. I'm really good at that. Really good at getting one above and one below. But this is lovely. We have progress. This amount of work for a student in like 2402 or 2101 is probably gonna make the same thing. It would normally, I'd say, take them a few classes or maybe an hour total. We did this super fast. It's really intuitive. You don't have to think of the CSS and stuff. You just drag and drop and things work out. So that's why I like Thunkable and wanted to show it to you guys. We're gonna do a little bit more because we can. Because we can. Let's make the stuff look a little bit nicer if we can. All right, first I have to make the game has started. Well, I have to make the font size. That, and let's make this a little bit longer. Let's try the preview now. See, perfect. I don't need to keep doing that. And can we make I wonder if does that make it a little faded? Oh, nice. Huge. I like that. Okay. Okay, okay. I'm liking this so far. Let's look at image. I hope there's a way to send this to the back. I should know that. It's fine. It's fine. I just want to color this thing a little bit more. Actually, I'm probably wasting my time with these images. I need to just color the screen object. What did I think of that? See, I'm leaving a lot of this in between stuff because normally for these deliverables for these workshops, I cut out a lot of me sounding weird, cut out a lot of me, just doing the work, getting tripped up by things. But I wanted to keep this one hands-on, keep this one show you guys the actual process that even with keeping all me my nonsense in, this is fast. This is not hard. It doesn't bog you down. It's just it's pretty good. It's a pretty good system. I'm a big fan. Um, I like a nice green. I like a nice green. I didn't like that. I didn't like that one bit. All right, let's get a nice appealing green. Can we get a scrollable? Interesting. Let's give these some better contrasted colors, I'd say. Let's go to blacks. Uh, like a little bit of round, like a little bit of round personally. And brown. I'd like to see if they can add like rounded edges, but I don't know if it's too much for this basicness. Let's make the text though white because I did that brown. This stuff could all be a lot cleaner, but I want to show you guys just something that can be, not something that has to be. I know I say that like every workshop. I promise, I mean it in good faith. And let's get this a nice dark green. And get that text color to a nice white. Look, it's not pretty. It's not the best. Actually, Let's just lengthen that a little bit. And we can give this a little color. All right. Now let's look at our beautiful application. We got the guess number game. New game has started. Let's guess 40. Guess is too low. All right. 60. 80. That's not correct. Guess it's too high. All right, 70. 75. 77. 79. Oh my God. One time. 78. Look at this beautiful guess number game. We got colors, we got buttons, we got labels, we got logic. How long did that take us? Took us no time at all. All right. I did all this in 2 event handlers. I'm just saying, guys, this stuff's pretty easy. But I'm interested to see what you guys have have in store, what you guys want to share. So look up if you look up here, there's the public and everything. You use a share button, you can generate a link, share this. What I'm gonna have you guys do when you go into the Google Forms to submit for this TV workshop, you're gonna get that link and put that at the end after you submit like the normal review, like how to like this workshop, how to enjoy it, did you understand it? So I encourage you guys to make something maybe like this, something else you like. Doesn't have to be hard. I'm not asking for the world here, but just show me what you got. And after you fill out those forms, put that link to your project. Just toss it in there. I'll get to go through your guys, and hopefully I see something good. Maybe you guys got into it. I'm really hoping. I think this platform is pretty helpful. I think it's good. I think it's especially good if you're not really, you want to get maybe a little more knowledge about app development, but you're a little scared of coding. But I'll stop talking your guys' ears off. Thank you so much for coming out here. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I know a lot of people don't always come to them, so I really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful week, a wonderful spring break, because I imagine a lot of you guys will be watching this the Sunday right before. Yeah, take care, all of you, and I look forward to anything you guys are gonna bring to me. Make sure if you guys have any questions, please email me. I'll be happy to field them. It's no skin off my back if you guys have like legitimate issues that you couldn't finish everything in time. Just let me know. I'm very lenient with this. All right, yeah. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful time. I've been Tanner, and farewell.